Yeah, what other people was good. Today I'll be talking about why you should leave Africa and Nigeria, particularly, of course. And the reason why I'm going to be telling you this is that actually I'm in Nigeria. I think I've been out of Nigeria maybe a few times, but like I haven't been out of Africa before. I'm not gonna lie to you. We Africans we usually derive some kind of pride and joy and some self or sense of accomplishments forever traveling out of Africa. But the point is that I have never been out of Africa, right? I'm not gonna lie about that. Have I ever been out of Nigeria? I said maybe some few borders or these border areas and shit like that. So I can't really say I've been out of Nigeria. I said. So, but the reason why I should travel out of this country is this. Only two reasons. It doesn't apply to everybody, right? But it applies to I can say majority of the youths. Majority of the youths. That's it. And the reason why I'm saying it applies to majority of the youths is that before I go to the main point that I have to go to, is that the people who are comfortable in Africa or in Nigeria, in this country, don't know, not that they just don't care. So I want us to get that straight. It's not because they don't care, and not because they are rude or something. I want you to see my face. Mm, you know, I'm here to barb my hair, so I'm trying to keep it for long. So that's why I haven't. I'm trying to use my cap to cover it. I have a plan for it. So that aside, the people who are comfortable in this country, they don't know that others are in pain or are suffering from some kind of financial instability. And when I meet people, most especially the people who are actually comfortable or have achieved some pebbles of success. I'm not talking of the great ones, but at least achieved some success that can you know that can supply their basic needs. They can house them, they can feed them, they can all these things in the Western countries are like just normal things, right? But it is not normal in Africa. Let me tell you. For you, most especially when you don't have someone to support you, the people. So this advice that I'm about to talk about is not for the people who have someone standby unfailingly. That person will be providing for them, right? And they can be able to pursue whatever they want to pursue. There are some people in this country that they don't even have, like, if they lose their job, if they lose what they have, putting food on their table, food, not what they want to eat, just food, just to be able to breathe in and breathe out, just enough food to be broken down into energy to sustain their brain for to work and sustain their heart to pump blood. You know what I'm talking about? It's hard. It's hard. But those kind of people have jobs now, but they know the insecurity is there. The financial insecurity is there, right? So the point is that the people who are confident and are comfortable don't know that you are in such shoes. If you are in such shoes and you're watching me, the people who are comfortable don't know that you are in such shoes, right? So nobody knows what anyone else is going through. So the only thing is that you need to have someone who is actually going to provide for you, even if you are providing for yourself, right? As a young man, even if you are not young, right? But let's say you're a civil servant and you're earning, let's say, like 60,000, 70,000 naira. Mhm. That's not up to, that's about $200 in a month. Yeah, that's about $200 in a month, right? I'm not going to lie to you. If you have the opportunity to travel out of this country and um, and be able to do something better out there, not just actually something better or something posh or something, no. If you are able to get out there and do something that's going to fetch you more money, I will advise you to travel out of this country. Why? Because going out there and getting the money, and before you go, I will advise you to have the right skills and plan for what you want to do with the whatever money that you make out there, out of Nigeria, right? Because Nigeria, or most African countries as well, they are still the same, just like the last 50 years. Don't be deceived by all this new narratives of Africa, that Africa is the new world, Africa is the this, Africa is what is happening in Africa right now is just the same thing as what is happening everywhere. What's happening in Africa right now is just, there's internet in every country. These things are actually basic things. We used to talk about African music is now going global. Every music is now going global. It's not just African music alone. Why? Because of internet. So every country is. The point is that the growth Africa is experiencing, right? It's not really, really. How can I describe that? It's not. It's not really special compared to others. Even though we have to be grateful for that, right? But what I'm just trying to say is that it is just the world that is changing, and we are in the world. Nigeria is in the world as well. It has to change. It will change, whether it likes or not. Seek advice from the elders who lived in the 1960s and 1970s. I'm telling you, they will have a better advice for you. Don't think, oh, they are outdated. This is the days of internet now. It is the days of this. It is the days of that. No, the struggles then is still the same as now. The Nigeria health is still bad. There's still unemployment. There's still every bad thing. There's still bad roads. There's still traffic. There's still devaluation of currency upon currency. Everything is still the fucking same. So if you have the chance to get out of this country, do. You can come back and come and invest. I would like that as well, right? But don't stay here under the new narrative and all this internet perception, all the mainstream media perception of Africa, that Africa is getting beautiful, right? But the world is getting civilized. The world is getting civilized, whether Africa likes or not. It is going to civilize along as well. But is it in any way more civilized as it should be? No. The country is not generating more revenue. I mean, like something like what's the name of this economic terminology? Like maybe net GDP, or like gross per capita income, right? Which means the money flow in the country is decreasing every year. The economic condition of individuals is deteriorating, even though some people are still making it, right? But look into yourself. Look into all the people who are successful in Nigeria today. These guys have something. Look, I don't see those guys as extraordinary. I think I'm extraordinary. If I can be successful in Nigeria, even though I also wish to travel abroad if I'm able to, like, not because I don't have the money to, right? But I want to plan it right, and have what I'm actually going out there to pursue, right? Not just go there and pursue money. No, not that alone, right? There is another plan that I have, but let's leave that aside. The point I'm trying to make here is that look into the people who have actually made it big. Either some people actually have more money, some people have more fame than money, but we all know in our common sense who we can say, okay, this man is successful, this man is not successful. Hmm? Some people are more successful than the others, but when someone is successful, we know what the general perception is going to talk about, right? Look into all these guys. A lot of them usually have a parental backing. I don't have. I'm sorry, I have to tell you that I don't have. So I know the pains that people who don't have any strong support, either financial um you might have relational backing or relationship backing, but what I'm talking about is it adding any value? If it's not adding any value, right? So what you want to achieve in life, do you have someone who is going to stand for you in a good area, something like maybe financial? If it's not financial, it might be connection, it might be relationship. They can link you up with the people who are going to assist you in getting there faster. But if you don't have that, I'm not going to lie to you, your journey is going to be slow in Nigeria. So get the fuck out of this country and look for a leverage. Most of the people who have actually made it in this country have actually had something to leverage on. This is not like I'm actually envying anyone. I love them a lot. A lot of them actually inspires me. But let me start from, let's say, someone like Dangote, right? He said he borrowed maybe $3,000 from someone, and a lot of things like that. And okay, the business was successful. Then he was doing other businesses. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's face the fact is that it is not just as simple as that. While he was doing that business, right? What about the worries of where he was staying? Who was paying the rent? Who was putting food on his table? Who was giving him the money, the pocket money that he has to spend on other things apart from food and housing? Mm? Such that he's been able to save his product to start another business that he made from exporting foodstuffs to other countries, just like he said. That's number one. Secondly, the second thing I'm going to talk about, I mean, the second person is like, one of the people who actually inspires me, and I can say some things about their story is, let's say, someone like Ajimobi now. That was the ex-governor of Oyo State, even though I don't want to go into this is not a political was name. But let's look into, like, these guys might, a lot of them might be claiming, our parents don't really do much for us. We multiply the little they give to us. The point is that when things are going wrong, these guys are still there for to back you up from falling, right? Mm? I've seen people who have spent almost 5 years in the university, with all the ups and downs of strike and all of that calamities that usually before, basic calamities, that usually before every Nigerian students, right? After spending 5 years in the university, no repetition, right? No repetition, like no repetition, no extra year, no anything. They are still in like 300 level then, and despite that, they still have to drop out for some reasons, in which 60% of them is financial. They have no backing. One of them is in a medical department, right? Yeah, he needs 100% focus. He can't. There is no business that he can do that will be able to put food on his table, house him, clothe him, give him financial sanity and stability, and such hustle or work, legal, even illegal ones, that won't take up all the time or most of the time he needs to use to study. So he either changes his department or drop out. Even changing department as well, we all know that in Nigeria, in the Nigerian economic system or the educational system, everything is hard. Everything is hard, even though thousands or millions, thousands of graduates are graduating every day, but the point is still that things are still hard, right? No department is easy. I'm not shitting on schools, it's good to be in school, but no department is easy, right? So what do they have to do? They have to quit. You want to be like that? No. So do the necessary thing. Hmm? But if you have, okay, let me cite let me cite someone's example now. I found one of the successful Nigerian entrepreneurs, a young man that was appreciating Linda Ikeji on, was it not Twitter, on Instagram, right? Also, I have a blog as well, and when I just started blogging, I started learning all this WordPress shit. Before, I don't really like technology so much, but I love technology when it comes to present phone. But when things have to do with all these websites, uploading pictures, designing logo, blah blah blah, all this WordPress nonsense, I don't really like all these things, right? But reading Linda's story actually inspires me as well. But the point was that from her story, she blogged for 4 years, right, without earning a penny. She was blogging full time. She even said it that she usually blog for about 22 hours in a day, or 20 to 22 hours. She said 20 hours, maybe 20 or 22 hours. Can you imagine if you are blogging for 20 hours in a day? That means you are sleeping for 4 hours. Even though that sounds like, if you can, if you do, I once tried that as well. But if you do that within 2 months, you're gonna break down. It took less of 4 years. But let's say 15 hours. Let's say 15 hours, 20 hours in a day, every day, every day. That's not possible. Let's be real. So let's say 15 hours in a day. 15 hours a day, you blogging for 15 hours a day. That means you don't have the time to work on other hustles. Who was feeding you? Who was housing you? Where were you, Bumboklat, living? If you're living with your parents, the kind of parents that I have, you can't have the time to blog, right? If they are going to feed you, even if they are not feeding you, as far as we are living under their roof, they're going to occupy you with a whole lot of shit. Send you on this errand, sending you on that errand, as far as you are around. And if you don't want to be around, that means you have to live there. And you don't have the parents who can actually support you. Okay, this is the money so that you can achieve such dreams. Okay, take this money. No, I don't have that. That's a matter for another day. And some people might be thinking like, okay, then why aren't your parents going to support you? I'm gonna talk about that another day. But for different reasons, some people actually lost their parents. I didn't lose my parents, so forget about it. Some people actually lost their parents. Some people, for different reasons, are not able to have parental support. So don't fall for all this. With patience, you can still do it in Nigeria. With this, you can still do that. Please, if you have the advantage to leave this country, do. Not at any cost. Don't go and lobby yourself or fall into all this modern slave trade shit, all this Libya bomoklat nonsense. But if you have the chance to do, please do. Nigeria is not easy. The country is hard. This country is hard. I'm talking and I'm talking like an American now. I'm an bad boy, but you don't have to tell you the truth so you can hear me, man. The country is hard. It's hard. But the people who actually have backings don't know this. They don't know. Man. They don't know. So you have to. You have to. So that's it. That's it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and drop your comment in the comment section below.